It's time we talk dividends. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Isaiah, and in this video, like we said, we're going to talk about some dividends. If you're new to the channel, this is an income generating account where we try to generate $600 every single week. We do this through selling cash secured puts, selling covered calls, and collecting high yield dividends. When you sell a cash secured put, you're agreeing to buy a stock for a predetermined price. And when you sell a covered call, you're agreeing to sell a stock for a predetermined price. In either situation, you get paid a nice credit. And we can take a look at our history here, our option history. And you can see we collected over $300 in options last week. And many more year to date. We've collected over $21,000 year to date in options and dividends, as I show on my Friday videos for a running total. But in today's video, I never really just show my dividends. So why don't we take a look at those? And while we're scrolling through, I kind of want you to notice the two big ones, YMAX and ULTY. But I want you to notice the difference between YMAX and ULTY. ULTY has been paying consistently since March, and over the last 4 weeks, they have paid 10 cents per share on the yield, which is pretty awesome. So I'm thinking, I keep bringing it up in my videos, how are we going to divide YMAX out? Should we keep it? Well, what I'm going to do, this is my plan, I'm going to keep it for 2 more dividend payouts. The reason for that, between NAV or capital appreciation, I'll show you what I mean here. Let's go take a look at the stock. Between capital appreciation and dividend payouts, YMAX is down $2,129. In dividends, we have received just over $2,000 in dividends from them. So, over the next 2 weeks, we'll get over that $2,100. So when we sell, we're not actually going to have lost $2,000. We'll have been about even. And I want to put that in a better paying yield max fund. So what I'm going to do with those roughly $7,000 is I am going to put $3,000 in MSTY if MSTY is under $19. If it's over $19, I'm going to put $1,500 in MSTY. 19 is my spot for them. If they are under 19, I'm going to put $3,000. If over, I'm going to put $1,500. And then the next one I'm looking at is NVIDIA. I would like to put anywhere from $1,500 to $2,000 in NVIDIA. For them, you see, they went as low as $16.60. So for NVIDIA, if they are $17.50 below, I'm going to put $2,000 in it. If they are above that, I'm going to put $1,000 in it. And then for Coney, CONY, they've had quite the beat down. They're at $7.24. If they're under $7.50, I'm going to put $2,000 in. If they're over, I'm only going to put $1,000 in. I'm kind of hedging these positions. And the other one I really liked, again, this is kind of all deterrent on prices. Like I said, $3,000 for MSTY if it's under 19. If it's over, which it's currently over, just barely. If it's currently over, I'm only putting 15. Because I do think MSTY is going to have a little drop back. The other one I was looking at, I'm drawing a blank on it. I don't want to put more into ULTY only because I'm consistently investing in that already. I already have 2,562 shares. The goal is to get that up to 3,000 shares. So I'm not going to take any of that 7,000 and put it into there. It's going to go between that NVIDIA, Coney, MSTY. I was thinking about Tesla. Let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are on Tesla. I kind of thought for it, though, $7 is kind of going to be my sweet spot. Like, if it's $7 and let's say 10 cents and below, we put 1,000 in it. Otherwise, we only put 500 in it, or 700 in it, I guess, to get me 100 shares even. Because I could sell some covered calls on it. I like to sell covered calls. When you own at least 100 shares of a stock, you can sell covered calls on it. It gives you a little bit extra credit. Selling a covered call just means you're agreeing to sell a stock for a predetermined price. And by doing that, you get paid a little bit of a credit. It won't be much. It's not going to be game-changing money. But, every couple bucks adds up. So any way you can maximize cash flow that way. Let me know your thoughts on Tesla. That's not in my top plays right now, but it is on the horizon. A couple people really love YBit. Some of my family members love YBit. And I'll admit, I don't have a ton of crypto exposure. It's not ever been something I've been super into. Now, I sell cash-secured puts on Bitcoin miners, so that's where I get my exposure, but I that's probably the extent of it. Let me know your thoughts on YBit below. Like year-to-date, they don't, it's not a huge range, 13 to 9, that's not huge. So how about this? If it's below $10, we'll put 1,000 in there. We'll use the $10 mark as our spot for YBit. And then there was one more, YBTC, is that what it is? Yeah, Round Hill. I don't have any Round Hill positions. And it is significantly more expensive. It's $48, this Round Hill fund. That's another one I want to know in the comments below. Do you guys have preferences between Round Hill or YMAX? I've only invested in YMAX. And let me jump in, quick point here. Always remember, my trades are my opinions, and they should never be taken as financial advice. But I prefer option selling over investing in dividends. I think option selling allows you to generate the most income. But combining some high-yielding dividends with some option selling, it's really can maximize your cash flow. That being said, I've never invested in any Round Hill funds, so you'll have to let me know if there's less NAV erosion in Round Hill but better dividends in YMAX or vice versa. Let me know your thoughts. I mean, I'm looking at YBit here. Over the last year, it's actually have a green chart. That's not something that you see with some YMAX funds. So I don't know if this is just covering the right stuff or why Round Hill is, basically staying flat over a year. That's pretty impressive. I guess we can compare that to, my personal favorite. If we actually looked at the year chart there, it's not beautiful, but it's honestly not that bad. Because right around in here is where they figured it out on the weekly pay, and they've been flat since then. They just didn't figure it out early enough, but that's okay. I know some people bought in there. I did not. I bought in around the 620s. My average share price is 620, so I've never really had too bad of a share price with ULTY, but let's see. So, yeah, Round Hill is on the horizon. Because, it's just I don't have any exposure to them. But you'll have to let me know in the comments below what your guys' thoughts are. Do you feel that Round Hill is a better investment? Or what are your thoughts on my plans with Tesla, Nvidia, Coney, and MSTY and selling YMAX in a couple of weeks? Like I said, I'm taking the assumption that the stock price is not going to fall much further. I'd like to at least be even when I sell it. And, I think I've collected, $2,050 in dividends from YMAX. So, I'm down $2,100 and some change. So, we can get that even and then make our sell and start generating a little bit more cash flow with the monthly payers. Just kind of spread it out so they each pay once a week. So, it's kind of the same thing as getting paid every week. The only one that I have in my portfolio currently that I really don't know what to do with is MRNY. It's Moderna. and they're trading at $2. I don't know how much longer they're going to stay paying out dividends. Last month though, they did pay 20 cents. They have a dividend yield this week. I'm curious what they pay. I mean, even if it's only 10 cents in the yield, 600 shares gives me $60 extra this week. Gets us closer to that 600 a week goal. I'm hoping that I can just roll some positions this week and not have to open any new ones, so I can use cash flow to buy some more ULTY shares. But we'll see. If I do have to sell some options, SNAP Snap, I am liking that option position. I have 2 contracts at the 750. Or no, I have 2 at the 7. Wow, I am actually sitting really good. Let's see. Let's take a look here. So when you sell a cash secured put, like I said, you're agreeing to buy a stock for a predetermined price. You hit trade options. You pick an expiration date. That is the ending date of your contract. So you're agreeing to buy a stock between now and, let's go, September 12th. And we're looking at the $7 put. So if I agree to buy Snap between now and September 12th, I will get paid $23, a credit just to get, just to agree to buy a stock that I'm interested in. And September 12th, when it comes around, if the stock is trading at $7.01 and above, I get my collateral back. You have to give the market collateral, so I'm agreeing to buy it for $7. There's 100 shares in an option contract. That means $700 is the collateral. So I get paid $22, $23 right away for opening the position. The market holds the $700. Well, at expiration on the 12th, if it's trading at $7.01, after close, I get my $700 cash back. If it's trading below $7, I agree to buy those 100 shares for $7 a piece, so I would own 100 shares of Snap at $7 per share. It's a pretty good deal in my opinion, because if you get assigned, meaning you have to buy them for the price you agreed to buy them for, then you sell covered calls and you collect credit on the other side. So easy way to cash flow, and we're using that cash flow right now to invest in some dividends. But we're going to continue to grow the account. We're currently generating around $3,000 a month, but we got to get this to $5,000. That's the goal. The next year and a half, we're going to get there. But I appreciate each and every one of you. If you would, help me out. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Trying to get eligible for ad revenue. Always full transparency with trades. That's kind of a goal for the accounts. I'm not there yet. I know some people have said, well, you have ads on the channel. Well, those aren't mine. YouTube can put ads on anybody's accounts. I don't get paid for those ads. I don't have enough watch hours. But, we're getting there. People are leaving some awesome comments, some questions, and I love the discussion. I have picked up some really awesome dividend-paying stocks, and I'm really excited what you guys have to say about the difference between Roundhill and YMAX. Like I said, I've only jumped into YMAX, and I've heard people talk about another one. I think it's Curve. I think Curve is what it is. Please let me know in the comments your thoughts on that as well. I would like a little bit more education on those, because at the end of the day, that's how we get, become more successful traders. We learn from each other. But I appreciate each and every one of you, and I'll see you in the next one.